New videos every day.
Have you ever thought about if someone was going to attack you whenever you're walking to your car from after work, that you would have any capability or strength or skill to even defend yourself? My name is Vanessa and I'm from Austin, Texas, and I'm a Krav Maga instructor, and today I'm going to talk to you about the top 7 reasons why you should be involved in a self-defense. So the number one reason in order to be involved in a self-defense is to learn the skills and techniques of getting out of various situations, ranging from someone pulling you into a bar downtown all the way up to something a little bit more life-threatening, hands around your throat, someone holding a gun to your head. So for example, for me, a situation where it was not very strenuous at all, I was walking downtown and a guy wanted to pull me into this club, and I didn't want to go in there. I didn't know who he was. You know, you don't want to trust anybody. And so I used one of my Krav Maga techniques that I learned in order to get out of that situation. Another situation is I could be walking down the street with a friend, and people come behind you and push you, and you need to learn how to get out of that push. And from Krav Maga, like I said again, I learned a technique in order to get out of that. So to sum it up, you need to learn techniques and skills in order to get out of these situations, because if you didn't, you'd just be using your own brute strength, and a lot of times your strength is not going to overcome a powerful man. So the second reason you should take self-defense is for the fitness aspect of it. A lot of people just go to the gym and they work the same muscles every day, but by going to a self-defense class, you're moving every single part of your body every time you go, which includes your abs, your arms, your legs, and everything like that. So another thing that you can do with self-defense is, even though you're just going there to learn techniques and skills, incorporated in those classes a lot of the times are fitness, cardio, heavy cardio parts of the class that not only help you with your technique, but they also help you get stronger, and they help you control your body movements a lot more, and you become aware of where your limbs are. And that's very, very important in a self-defense, because you need to utilize every single aspect of your body in order to defend yourself. The third reason to join a self-defense is it helps build your mental confidence, meaning you start to walk differently by holding your shoulders back as opposed to more slouched in. When you're slouched in, you look more like a victim and easily to approach. And you also build your confidence through becoming stronger and learning the skills more. And as you learn to master the skills in the course that you take, you feel more confident that you can do any of these skills in any situation. And on top of that, you start being more aware of your surroundings, where people are, where escapes are, where the doors are of the room, and whatnot. So the third reason to join self-defense is to become more mentally aware and more self-confident. The fourth reason to join a self-defense is you slowly but surely become aware of your surroundings. For me, as a student at St. Edward's University here in Austin, Texas, before I joined self-defense, I was very closed off to my awarings. I would just go straight to class, and that's all I cared about. I wasn't aware of who people were or what was around me or any suspicious people. And so it's really important to become aware of your surroundings, because you need to be prepared if something really does happen. And by joining a self-defense, if something did actually happen to you while you were on campus or walking to your car after work or something like that, you would recognize quickly what is happening, and you'll be able to react quicker to this and defend yourself. A prime example of that is at University of Texas, when there was a shooting. A lot of people didn't really realize, they didn't recognize on what was going on at that actual shooting. They went about their own business, and no one thought it was anything until the last minute, and it was too late, and destruction had already been done. So, fourth reason to join a self-defense is to be aware of your surroundings. The fifth reason to be involved in a self-defense is in order to be aware of reality. Before I got involved in my self-defense courses, I was extremely naive. I thought that nothing like this will ever happen to me. I'm just a normal girl that goes to school and nothing's going to happen to me. But by being involved in these self-defense classes, you start to become aware of these things really do happen. And even though they aren't publicized in the news, because a lot of times they'll happen in nice neighborhoods that you would never think that they happen in, and they want to keep those ideals the way they are and think that these neighborhoods are amazing to live in. As a matter of fact, I lived in a very nice area when I was growing up, and people would break into houses when women were still at home, or even men and kids and children. And so you need to be aware that these things do happen in areas that are idealistic to live in. The fifth reason to join self-defense is to be aware of reality. The sixth reason to join self-defense is it helps in stress relieving. And I think this is one of my favorite points. They're all great points, but coming to a self-defense class and being able to punch and kick and releasing that energy after a long day of studying or work or whatever you do is an amazing feeling. And a lot of times women come in and they are so, I guess, brainwashed by the America ideal of women are not supposed to be combative and strong and whatnot. But after they break out of that shell, it is so empowering to come to a self-defense class and release that stress on a punching bag. So the sixth reason to join self-defense is relieve some of that stress. The seventh reason to join Krav Maga is I can beat up a boy, which is probably most likely for everybody one of the most empowering things as a woman. Even though I'm only 5'4" and about 135 pounds, I know I'm a tiny person, but even though I lack in my body size, I definitely make up for it in my skills and my strength, obviously, which is through my training. But the skills is even more important because we use the weakest part of attacks, and we learn pressure points and various other little type of neck type things that you can learn in skills to make up for your small size. So, seventh reason to join a self-defense is you can beat up a boy even though you're tiny. In a future video, I'm going to talk to you about some soft techniques that are techniques used for people who come into your personal space by grabbing both your wrists or one of your wrists. In another video, I'm going to talk to you about different pressure points and the weakest part of attacks that are really important in self-defense techniques. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, or subscribe to our channel.